welcome to Placid Football Dynasty. Uh, this episode is the conference championships, and we're going to take a look at all the different conference winners. As right now we're looking at the American Conference. As you see, South Florida won it. Now we're looking at the Big 12, which is down to 6 teams, as TCU wins that conference with no trouble. And now we're going to take a look at the independents. Not what you would call a conference, but still. So Notre Dame finished up at the top. Then we got us finishing at 10-2. Then we got Delaware, and then Maine on down. This year's Independence didn't do as well as last year. Now we're going to the MAC Conference. Western Michigan, the undefeated MAC champion. Whoa. And then we're gonna take a look at the Sun Belt. It's coming up on the screen right here, the Sun Belt. And we have Texas State tied with Georgia State. Texas State is the top team. So that's back-to-back for Texas State in that conference. Looking at the ACC. All right, now here's the first conference title game. We're looking at the Atlantic Division, won by Louisville. And let's take a look at the Coastal Division. Which is won by Clemson. Yep. Clemson. Okay, so we're gonna look at the matchup here between the two. It's Clemson overall 97, Louisville 91. So we're gonna see if that has any real meaning to it. Looking at Clemson's top players, and looking at Louisville's top players. Checking out the injuries. So the game itself, it was okay. One what I would call a memorable game, but it was okay. I think well, let's let the intro play for right now.
possession
All
game,
right.
and this is where poise really takes over.
Got
Whoever
Louisville
shows it
here.
will win the football game.
Scoring this touchdown right here. And
as we take a look at the highlights, Kirk, how would you summarize the action in this one?
It was looking like Louisville had a shot at winning it. It was a close game.
Really exciting matchup. Clemson was not going to win this
Wouldn't
game
call
easily, and they knew that. They had
one of the greatest games ever played, but it was an entertaining game. Louisville, you know, they came with all they had, but Clemson was just a little bit better. As Deshaun Watson, you can see his number.
Notch their 11th win in what has been an excellent season. And for the Cardinals,
Dabble Sweeney, the coach.
What's been a great year.
So it was a good game. I mean, it's like you said, it wasn't anything that you would call like memorable this or memorable that, you know. But 17-10, it was a good game. Both defenses played pretty well, and Clemson, you know, they made the play that needed to be made, you know, in order to, you know, do Louisville one better. So that's pretty much that game. As you can see, almost even with the first downs, almost even with the rushing. I say a little bit more on the passing with Clemson, but not that much more. And time of possession, close, more in Louisville's favor. But, you know, it just wasn't a blowaway in this game. All right, moving on to the Big Ten. So as you can see, Penn State is the winner of the leaders, and the Legends winner is, I guess I got to do a drum roll here, Northwestern. And wow, Northwestern. So those are the two teams that be playing in the championship game for the conference. See, Penn State is a little bit over Northwestern. And checking out the top players for the Nittany Lions. I always thought that was weird. And then you got the Wildcats. Anyway, checking out injuries.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Everybody's all stretched out. Now they're ready to butt heads. The Big Ten about to kick off. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
Time to get the Big Ten championship game underway. And you can be sure that each of these teams are ready to lay it all on the line. And now it's time for the coin toss. And it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Northwestern is lined up for the opening kickoff. So here we go.
So
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
This game was another close one. 20 to 17.
Got a 10.3 points up on
I kind of went back and forth a little bit. When it looked like Penn State was going to lose it.
The Wildcats lead 14-13.
Then it looked like Penn State was going to win, and it looked like Northwestern was going to win. So
the final quarter, and
it had its moments.
Penn State's got a 3-point lead.
This one, I say, was a little bit better than the ACC championship game. I think it was a little bit better.
His quarterback will take a knee.
But like I said, not one of those great games, you know. Got a little defense, got a little offense. So it was just a balanced game.
This one's in the books.
That's about it.
Our final score, 2017.
That's about it. Penn State,
Kurt, go ahead and just
Northwestern.
give us your reflections on this game.
Well, this one really could have gone either way. Northwestern
good game.
had plenty of chances to win this football game, but it wasn't meant to be.
Play of the game.
All you can do now is try to
that
bounce
right
back
there
after a close loss like
is
this.
what pretty much won it for Penn State, because they was losing up to that point. And that was late in the game, so there you have it. The Big Ten champion, Penn State, the Nittany Lions.
For the Nittany Lions, they just keep winning in what has been a great year for them. And for Northwestern, this loss will put a damper on what's been a great year.
Looking at the team, the stats and everything, they was even on the first downs. Northwestern did more of the passing, and Penn State doubled up on the run. Northwestern was better on the running, and Penn State doubled up on the passing. And you see the players of the game. So now we're moving into the Mountain West. All right, now the Colorado State won the Mountain West Mountain Division, and it was close between them and New Mexico State, but the Rams won out. Then in the West Division, who else but Boise State, the Broncos won out. So there you go. And looking at how they match up against each other, and the top players ripping. Am I saying that right? Need to keep up with that one. And injuries.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Mountain West has produced some of the greatest stars in college football history. Just in recent years, guys like Greg Myers from Colorado State or Scott Thomas from Air Force have gone into the College Football Hall of Fame. Don't know if this will put you in the Hall of Fame, but somebody will produce a star performance today in the Mountain West Championship game. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
Time for the Mountain West Championship game. Both teams have been waiting all week for this one. And now let's head down to the coin toss. Brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. We'll see how this game plays out as they get ready for the opening kickoff. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the
offenses in terms of
now, this might be credited as being
a costly mistake.
a much better game than the first two that we reviewed. And it definitely was an upset. Even though it's supposed to be like a neutral site, it was still Boise State Stadium. So they were still playing at Boise State, home of the Potato Bowl. And changed that, but Colorado State was able to basically come out on top, win the game on the road. There was a few big plays, but all in all, I think Colorado State really hung in there. To just made plays when it was time to make a play. You know, I kind of felt like the Broncos dominated the game, but it's like when Colorado State needed to play, it just felt like they was able to get it. So that's, to me, the difference in the game. Even on first downs, Colorado State ran better. Boise State threw a lot better. So like I said, it is what it is. Looking at the players of the game. And now we're moving into the pack. Okay, let's see. The North Division was won by Stanford. And wow. Utah did not do well in that division. And in the South, Arizona won out. And Oklahoma and Oklahoma State did not do well. Well, the best they could do was like break even. So anyway, it was Stanford and Arizona. And see how they match up against each other. And seeing the best players from the Wildcats and the, what they call them, the Redmond Cardinal, the Cardinal without an S.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. In its history, the Pac-12 is littered with great stars. Countless guys who brought home major awards. Heisman Trophy winners like Charles White and Marcus Allen. But you know the big advantage that the modern-day star has over some of those great names from yesteryear? They get a chance to play in a conference championship game. The Pac-12 title game is coming up. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
Each of these teams is deserving of being crowned champions of the Pac-12. However, only one can go home the victor. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Robinson has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep to open up the ball game. Here we go, folks. From his own goal line. Knocked out of bounds. Remaining.
Hey, this was definitely I think the best game, the best of the title game, the conference that is. This game, whew, man, check this out. It's 20-14.
You can tell he's got a lot
Stanford's
of faith in
winning.
his wide receivers. Even when he's a little bit
Got
off
a minute
target,
9 left in the
they can pull it
game.
in and make something happen.
This is the 8th play of this
And
drive.
Arizona's driving 2nd and 2.
Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers.
Quarterback drops back,
Throws
goes
incomplete.
it away. So it's 3rd and 2.
They line up for another 3rd down, and they've had no
Arizona
problem
comes up
converting
to
their first
the
two.
line.
A little over a minute in the game.
And in 5 seconds now. Hand it off.
Just a tremendous job by that
They didn't get the
defense.
first
Their
down. It's
coordinator did a
4th
super
and
job
2
there to keep it
with a
this close in
minute,
this ball game, and now the offense has
0
got a
left.
chance to win it.
It's 4th and 2. Going
And if they don't
into
convert here, then
45
the game
seconds
is
left.
over.
And they're going to throw it here.
Caught
And
for
they're
the
going to get a
touchdown.
touchdown.
And we are all tied up.
39 seconds left, right? So
Late in the fourth
Arizona,
quarter
they
now,
happy
and
they
with
set that
score,
break
this
thing.
game's a one-possession ball game, and it's really going to get tense from here on out.
Conference championship, Arizona.
So they're going to try to determine
But
if the
hold
receiver had
on.
possession and was inbounds or
Mr.
not.
Referee
So the
man
referee
wants
initially
to
calls
review.
it a catch, but we'll get a second look at it here and determine if he
And
was
they
inbounds
review.
when he hauled it in.
And that play happened so fast that it was very tough to
Was he
tell
in?
if he was
Was he
able
out?
to get a foot down or not.
And according to the officials,
So the call on the field
He
will be reversed.
was out.
From their own 9-yard line.
And the touchdown
First
didn't
down.
count. And the ball turns
They come
over
out
to
in a goal line
Stanford.
set.
And that's how that game ended.
Nice
With
run there as
Stanford
they work the outside.
running out the clock. What a way for a championship game to end. Came down to the very thing that you never want a game, let alone a championship game, to end. In the
This one's in the books,
judgment
and our final score,
of the
20-14,
referee.
Stanford. Kirk, go ahead and just give us your reflections on this game.
I'm sad to see this one end because it was a great game
Like I
to
said,
watch.
this
Arizona
I think
played a good game
that
out there, but they
scenario
needed to make
kinda
one or two more big
elevate
plays, and they couldn't do it. Who
this
knows?
game
Another couple of minutes,
to being
this
the
one
best.
may have gone the other way.
It's just one of those things, you know, with the little controversy at the end. Get the blood pumping. But all in all, when you really look at it and break it down, the game wasn't really no better or worse than the other games that we played.
For the Cardinals, today's win
that,
puts them in the
controversy at the
prestigious
end that
can-win
makes this,
category for the season.
memorable
And for
game
Arizona, the loss today puts them
that
at
people would
11-2
talk
for
about
the season.
for a while. And looking at the breakdown here, pretty much even, except for Stanford did double up on the passing yards. And players of the game, McCaffrey still got a shot for the Heisman. And now we go over to the SEC. That's right, the big boy. Whew. Anyway, Tennessee won the East. Miami came in second in their first year in the SEC. And Kentucky finished in last place. And over in the West, you got Ole Miss. And Texas in their first year finished near the bottom. And Alabama with 5 losses, all in the conference. So that was kind of rough. Anyway, rematch from the season before. So since both these teams are the only teams that played in the last two, the first 2 championships during this series, I decided to mix up their uniforms a little bit. Go with their alternative look from the last time they played.
Now here in the second quarter.
Anyway,
Tennessee is up by
this was the one, I guess you can say it was kind of a blowout. Ole Miss won last year, and Tennessee just came with the fire this year. As you see, Tennessee is already up 7-0 at this point of the game, second. And
this isn't much more than an extra point.
It kind of
make this a 2-possession game with this field goal.
It kind of goes at a kind of a quick, fast pace.
Within a field goal.
Tennessee pretty much
he makes the PAT.
kept up in the score,
75-yard drive, and
getting a lot of turnovers. And it was just one of those games that just got away from Ole Miss. It happens.
And he adds the extra point.
And by the time Ole Miss was able to make some noise, it was basically too late.
Excellent kick.
The game was pretty much decided
This one's going to be
early.
down in the end zone for a touchback.
The Rebels know, I think, that at some point they just have to do what they do, even if it's not working right now. If they
Great
can get going
teamwork,
in the second
but just
half,
not
it
enough.
should really...
Just not enough. So at this point is 17-7.
They seem to really be just out there kind of going through the motions. And I think the last time they were out there, they gave up such a long drive.
He got thrown on his back, but they slung. That was messed up. That could knock the wind out of you.
And they can make this a one-possession game with this kick right here.
Come on now, clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Clock is ticking. And the kicker's kicking.
It's long enough, and he nails the long field goal.
And it's 17-10 at the half. With 10 seconds left.
Thing this defense has worked for in this first half.
No, it wasn't. Because this happened just before the half. Like I said, Ole Miss tried to make a game out of it, but Tennessee was just, they were just on fire, man. They was on fire. That's the halftime score.
The score now, 24-10.
Oh, shucks. And come back firing.
His receiver, touchdown.
Williams.
He's thrown his third touchdown.
That was a nice score. Look at that little quick one. Look at that. Right there.
That is a great touchdown.
Right there.
Little handoff.
And moving into the fourth quarter, 31-13. And, you know, right about this time, it becomes a party for the Tennessee fan. Because there's no way Ole Miss is going to come back from this score.
Really nice play by the defensive lineman. I like this guy's size and instincts.
Not the way Tennessee defense been playing the entire game.
And this is the 11th play of the current drive.
Just not going to happen. Not in the cards.
Fires it out. He's taken down around the 2-yard line.
You know, each time Tennessee gets the ball, they eat up a lot of clock.
Tackle made at the 1-yard line.
Almost punched it in right there.
They'll line up for the field goal, and this is nothing more than a chip shot. It's up, and they tack on 3 points.
You know, late in the fourth quarter, 34-13.
Now he's scrambling. He's wrapped up for the
Quarterback
sack.
just got
Coaches
sacked.
don't like it when their quarterback gets hit like that. Don't be surprised to see the old coach get on his lineman to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
A nice play, too.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
The clock is steady, just ticking away. There's just no way that Ole Miss was going to be able to mount a comeback.
And a quick throw, and he's tackled right away.
So the question is, for next season, can the same two teams make it back for a three-peat? Or are we going to get somebody new?
They'll wrestle him down in the backfield. Where in the
Nice.
world was he going on that run?
Well, that's a good
Nice
question.
defense.
I thought for a while he got his
Defense gonna
directions
make
messed
you
up.
pay. But you know, Tennessee defense been playing like that the entire game.
Second down and goal.
Why they was able to hold Ole Miss to 13 points at this point in the game.
Let it go, and it's caught for the touchdown.
And that's what they would call a too little, too late.
For this quarterback, Kurt.
Well, this is really just one all coming together. He's making the right reads, he's delivering the football in rhythm, and the most important thing is he's playing with confidence.
Recapping all the scoring.
All week this week that they thought was the secondary. Right now, that's
Mostly done by
what we're
Tennessee.
seeing. It's one big
Trying to kill the clock. He'll go down to 1D.
Up 34-20. It's time to start taking a knee.
So it's 2nd and 12. Ball on
And
the
the
18.
party up on Rocky Top has begun.
Favorite play in football of your
Bragging
quarterback.
rights
Take
for a
it easy.
year. In the SEC, yeah, we love winning national championship.
That's going to do it for this one. Our final score,
But what we
34-20.
mostly play for is for that conference championship. To be the champion of the
As we
SEC.
take a look at the highlights, Kurt, how would you summarize the action in this one?
Tennessee seemed to want it more.
Seemed
as
the
game
fan
went on, and
base
that's
cheers
because they
that
have
more
such
than
a
winning
great
the
head
national
coach.
championship.
He's kept him focused all year, and it's paid off as they are now the champs of the SEC.
And there you go. Last season, Ole Miss was on the upside of this. This season is Tennessee. Championship rematches don't usually
For the Volunteers, they'll notch their
Don't
11th
usually see the
win
same
in
team
what has
win
been
back-to-back
an excellent
championships.
season. And for the Rebels, they
when
lose
they
this
play
one late in the
against
season, and it gives them a
the team that they
9-4
played
record.
the previous year. That revenge, there's something about that revenge factor that just takes over the equation. Because I mean, Tennessee was like they was on a mission, like they had to get a lot of that what they call that payback. That revenge factor was just too much, and Tennessee just came out guns a blazing. And Ole Miss, I don't know, it was like they were sleepwalking in the game. So it happens. It happens. And moving on to right here, just look at that passing. 365 yards to 168. I think you can say that's the difference in the game. And looking at all the MVP, the players of the game. And then Conference USA. Marshall. And first, UAB at last place. My goodness. But Marshall was a game away from making it to the championship game. And then in the West, you got Western Kentucky. So there you go. So you have Western Kentucky taking on Marshall. The Hilltoppers against the Thundering Herd.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. We've got Conference USA action just around the corner. Everybody's loose. Everybody ready to hit. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
This game right here, I think Marshall had this game won from the beginning. Although Western Kentucky did try to make a game out of it in the second half, it seemed like Marshall just pretty much controlled the first half. And from there, it just Marshall done too much in the first half that Western Kentucky just couldn't overcome.
For the Thundering Herd,
And
they just keep
Marshall
winning in what has been
wins
a
the
great year for them. And for
Conference
Western
USA.
Kentucky, they lose this
I'm
one
gonna say
late
it,
in the
man.
season and it gives
Conference
them a
USA.
9-4 record.
But it was a decent game, 24-17. And then we're looking at the players of the game. And the top story from their game, a narrow escape. Anyway, that's it. We got all our conference champions now. So thanks for watching. And the next episode, we'll do the award show, hand out the Heisman, and then we'll move on to the bowl season. So till then, we'll see.